Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a chatty get ready with me on this makeup look right here. I actually have to leave to go to an appointment like right now, so I decided to film this look and just to talk about makeup products and stuff like that. So just keep on watching. I have no idea what makeup look I'm going to do, so I'm just going to wing it. Let's get started. I always like to start on my eyebrows first. So for my eyebrows, I use this NYX micro pencil and it's in the shade Black. So I just start off by spooling my eyebrows, and then I just start to line the bottom of both eyebrows to try and get them as even as possible. As I am filling in my brow, I like to blend it out with the spoolie side, so I'll just be alternating from drawing it in to blending it out, drawing it in and blending it. I've been using a brow pencil for the last few months and I really like it. It gives me more of a natural looking brow. I used to be obsessed with using a pomade and I love the way it looks and everything, but sometimes it can be a little bit too heavy of a brow, especially whenever it's just like daytime. To the top of my eyebrows, I just spoolie the hairs down and then just fill in. I don't fill them in too precisely right now because I do go in with foundation later and sometimes the foundation can kind of ruin this part. So I try not to be too precise about it. I just try and like map them out. For concealer, I like to use the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. I use the shade NC25. I also like to use this as an eyeshadow primer, and I take that on a Morphe M224 brush. So now I'm just going to take the rest of the concealer and apply it onto my eyelids as a primer. I really like this concealer as a primer. I used to use the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot, but I found that it was extremely drying on my eyelids. And I have pretty oily eyelids, so for that to be too drying was kind of shocking. So I stopped using it and I decided to try this out, and it works so much better. And it's also a lot thinner in consistency than the paint pot, which I like because the paint pot is really thick, and like I said, it's really drying. To set my eyelids, I'm going to be using a combination of both of these two eyeshadows on this blush brush from e.l.f. So then I'm going to just pat away any creasing and then set. So for my transition shade, I'm going to take this eyeshadow on a Wet n Wild crease brush. I'm also going to mix in some of this shade right here. I went to go see Ariana Grande this past weekend and it was so much fun. She's so good live. Like, her voice is incredible. Okay, so now I'm going to take a Morphe M441 brush and I'm going to go into this shade right here and just pop that into my crease. Okay, now for my lid, I'm going to take this really pretty shimmery like foiled shadow and I'm going to pop that onto my lid. I'm going to go in with this little small shader brush, see how it applies it, and if I don't like how it's applying, then I'm going to just go in with my finger. I'm going to go back in with my Sigma brush and on that shade that we used for the outer V, so this shade right here, and just going to blend that shimmer. So now that the eyeshadow is done, I'm going to move on to lashes. I'm going to curl my lashes with my Revlon lash curler and this Maybelline mascara. I don't know what mascara it is exactly because the name is rubbed off, but it's from Maybelline. I know that for sure. And it's waterproof. I like to use waterproof mascara because I have eyelashes that don't hold a curl, and waterproof is the only mascara formula that keeps them curled. I'm going to take the Green Duo Lash Glue. I like this eyelash glue because it's way easier to apply the glue because it comes with a little wand and it doesn't have that really weird smell that the other duos do. So these are just Ardell Wispies. They're my favorite natural lash, hands down. Now that the eye makeup is on, the eyelashes are on, we can move on to the face. I've already washed my face, moisturized, and I don't prime, but if you do prime, you can go ahead and do that step now. So for foundation, I'm going to take the Dermablend Liquid Camo Foundation. I use the shade Camel, I think. Yeah, Camel 30N. And I use a beauty sponge. This is the Real Techniques Complexion sponge. This foundation is super, super full coverage. So if you have acne like me or hyperpigmentation, scars, whatever it is, and you want something to cover, this stuff is really good. For my concealer, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 20. Okay, now that our concealer has been applied and blended, I like to go in with cream contour. You don't have to if you're not the cream contour type of person. You can just set. So for cream contour, what I've been using and what I love using is the Sonia Kashuk Undetectable Cream Bronzer. This is in the shade Warm Tan, and as you can see, I am like almost out. So I went to Walmart yesterday and I took a trip down their makeup aisles, and I saw that Wet n Wild had these contour sticks. So I picked up 2 shades. I'm gonna try these out and see how I like them. I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade first. I'm gonna take a Wet n Wild stippling brush and I'm going to run the brush in the product, and then I'm going to stipple it on my face. Because that's how I applied the other bronzer, so I'm just gonna try and use this one the same way. Really, really like it so far. I'm gonna see how it wears throughout the day underneath my powder and keep you updated on products. I'm going to set all my cream products because I do have really oily skin, so if I don't set any of these products, they will melt off. So for setting powder, I love the Airspun powder. I use the shade Naturally Neutral. I'm just going to buff away any of the creasing from the concealer, and I'm going to take the e.l.f. blush brush and I'm gonna go into my setting powder, tap off some of the excess, and just set that foundation down, concealer, whatever, you know what I mean. I haven't set any of the places where I added the cream contour because I go in with a different powder for that. I would normally go in with a powder foundation that is a little bit darker than my natural skin color just to give me a more defined look around the areas where I added the cream contour. But yesterday, again, as I was in that makeup aisle at Walmart, I found this Milani one, which was a lot tanner. It's a compact, it's the Milani Minerals Compact Makeup in the shade Warm, and it's a lot darker than what I used to use, which is this one. So I'm gonna try this out because I do apply bronzer there, so maybe this could work as a bronzer shade. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna take that on a blush brush by Real Techniques. Oh no! What the freak? There's like a line right there. Ugh, why? Okay. I will say it's a little bit too dark. Maybe I'll try the lighter shade. I don't know. And it's also just a tad too orange. And I don't know what the heck happened with that line, so I'm gonna just go back in with what I used to use. I'm gonna take a heavy amount. Okay, that seemed to get rid of it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take this brush again and just blend out these edges right here that seem to have a little bit too much of the powder. For blush, I'm gonna take Milani's Luminoso blush, if I can open it. This blush on a e.l.f. stippling brush and just apply that to the apples of my cheeks. I'm gonna go back into my Morphe palette and I'm gonna take this shade right here and just run that along my lower lash line on a Zoeva 230 brush. Just gonna smoke out the lower lash line. Not a lot, just a little bit. And connect it to the outer part of the eye. go in with the Nicole and Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm going to take the shade Glow Getter and apply some of the Change of Mind. I'm going to go in with Forever Young and apply that to the inner corner using the same brush. I love this Glow Kit. It's so freaking pigmented. Okay. Then I'm going to apply some Fix Plus to my face and let all this powder just come together as one. Okay. So I'm going to let that just set and do its thing. While that's setting, we're going to move on to lipstick. I also bought this new Milani lipstick in the shade Naturally Chic 25, and I'm going to use that with the NYX Ever lip liner. So this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed watching this Chatty Get Ready with me. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos. Until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!